Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and a young lady emailed me this photograph and wanted to know how to do this. Well, I'm pretty sure this is vector engraved, and what I mean by vector engraved, you engrave this as you would cut it, but it's just a light cut, and it does not cut all the way through the wood, and it would be extremely fast. Because if this thing was 4 inches long, this would take several minutes to engrave, or at least a couple of minutes to engrave, and then it would cut it out. But if you vector engraved in this, you could cut this out and, cut it out and engrave it in under 30 seconds. So I've just done it, and it's really easy, but I thought I'd make a video instead of just doing her name, because there's a couple of ways that I would do things and maybe differently. So I've got a name here. I'm just picking the same one. Let's zoom in and click on your name and left click no fill, right click hairline, and as you can see down here it's all a hairline. So we're going to change our nudge factor to 0.25 of an inch. We're going to take our object and break artistic media or artistic text apart, and at the same time I would go ahead and select it all and convert it to a curve, because you'll need that later. Click on our one letter and move it over 0.25 twice. And I'm not saying you have to use my measurements, because you don't know how big my text is, but you want them equally. And somehow I must move that one down. Let's start all over here. I see sometimes when I clicked on something, I move something down. So let's go back. Convert it to a curve, break it apart. So we're just starting back 0.25, move that over, and you can look at it, and I just kind of looked at the photograph, and we'll do that here in just a second. This is a little bit different than cutting them all out, and since I broke that apart, you need to move that back over. And then it's probably not the J is probably not the same. It's pretty close, so let's change our nudge factor to 0.05 and just move our J over just a little bit more. Now we can make this hoop, and this is pretty cool. I kind of like how they did that. So if you did a name with a different letter, it's not going to work as easily. You're going to have to go with that. But then let's keep this window open. And because it's a curve now, you can use your virtual segment delete key, and you can see they've deleted this side of the deal, the letter. We want the outside of the E gone. We want this part of this N gone. And we want, I'm just doing it like the picture. And then we want this part of the N gone. And you basically already have it. You don't need to do anything else. Now, I'm going to go ahead and draw this little hoop here. I'm going to put it like right here. And then basically Control D and let's make it that a little bit smaller. Holding down the Shift key, it'll make it in that same spot. Now Control D, making it a duplicate, and holding down the Shift key to make it bigger. Now I don't know if this will work exactly, but you need to weld all this together. And it did, it took out my dots. So there's two ways you can do this. And it's because of a certain order I did. So if you ever have that happen to you, I'm going to change my nudge factor now to 2 inches, and I'm just going to move this down 2 inches, move this down 2 inches. I'm going to move all my interior parts down 2 inches. And now I'm going to weld this. And now I can put this back. And you can select both these and put them back at the same time. Now I've got one thing I need to do different here, is take the outside of this deal, and you're basically done. But now we need the outside. Now The easiest way to do this would be to use the boundary tool, open in the wheel flyout right here. And it's not big enough, but that doesn't matter because now we can cursor down. And now we can go up to effects and contour, and we'll contour that 0.25. We'll go up to object, break contour apart, grab the outside contour and bring it up. We're almost done. Then you need to go to object and break curve apart. And what that does is allows you to take these parts out of the scenario. And I actually did a little bit better job on this one this time. You can delete this. Now to turn this over to the laser, there's two ways you could do this. But the way I would do it, you could color map this, but if we turn this black, it'll still be a hairline, but it'll be black, and this is where you could color map it. So now the black needs to be cut all the way through and the red does not. So the way I would do this is take the circle, hold down your shift key, and select the black outline, go up to object and group that together, and let's just cursor down and make sure we got it. So now let's put it in the laser bed up here. And there's two ways you can do it. The safest way would be to take just your black outline and move it off your laser bed and engrave that, but with vector. So you would go to print, preferences. Well, I've got other stuff on the page. Let me start over here. Let me get rid of this because it's going to show that. So go up to your laser printer, print, preferences, vector, and vector it at whatever it would take to not cut all the way through. So you could go 100 power at 100 speed or 75 speed, or really even 50 speed. You're not going to cut through the wood going that fast. But you could play with this, and I would actually try like 75 and see how it looks. And if it doesn't look very good, then run it again. Then run that job, and then take this and just cursor up. We should have grouped it all together a while ago. Control G. And then move this over to the exact same spot because you did it with your, and I would do it instead of doing in 2-inch increments. I would, let's start over because that's not very good. I would move it over, let's say 6 inches, and then take your black outline and just cursor. Still got to cursor over twice, but it's a lot different. Then move this out of the way and cursor over twice, and then it'll be in the exact right position. And then print this, and your preferences would be vector, and do it at like it 100 power, and whatever it takes to get through 1/8 inch material. 15 or 10 or whatever your laser set up to do, and go with it like that. Or you can actually do in the same, you can not move them around, and you can select, and this is maybe just for an epilogue driver, I don't know, other lasers might do it. Go to print, and right here press selected, and see it's only selecting the black, so then you could cut it. Then if you select just the red, go up to print, selection. Well, I'm getting the black each time. So it might be hard to grab that red. And that's one way you can do it. So really the other way is probably just as easy. Just to print it twice, but always engrave it first. Even though you're vectoring, engrave it first and then cut it out. Anyway, I hope it helped that young lady, and thank you for watching.